In the previous sequence, we looked at how you can select anchor points joining straight line segments and move them using the direct selection tool to edit the shape of the path. In this tutorial, let's take a look at anchor points on curve segments. To start with, I've got this circle selected as an object using the standard selection tool. I'll click on the direct selection tool to select it, and you'll see straight away that the standard 8 bounding box handles disappear and the 4 anchor points that form this circle appear. And they're all selected, they're solid. If I position my cursor on one of the anchor points, then press and drag, I'll reposition the entire shape. What I really want to do is edit the shape. There are two options. I could click on some empty space to deselect all the anchor points, then click on one of the anchor points to select it. Or the other option is simply to click on one of the selected anchor points. The anchor point you click on is selected. The other anchor points are deselected, they turn hollow. The other significant detail you'll see immediately are the direction handles that appear with the selected anchor point, and at the anchor points at the other end of the curve segments. Direction handles control two things. If you drag a handle in a circular direction, you start to control the shape of the curve as it travels through the anchor point. The anchor point itself remains fixed. So the curve segment between this anchor point and this anchor point is controlled by the associated direction handles. These also happen to be smooth points, but I'll talk about smooth and corner points in more detail in the next tutorial in this learning sequence. The other property of the curve that you can control using the direction handles is its length. The further away from the anchor point that you move the direction handle, the longer the curve segment becomes. The result is that the curve segment bows out more because the endpoints of the curve are fixed in position at each anchor point. The converse of this is if you drag the direction handle closer to the anchor point, you shorten the length of the curve segment and it comes to resemble an almost straight line. These are two fundamental ideas for manipulating paths that you must grasp if you are to become a confident and creative user of Illustrator. Practice these techniques over and over if necessary so that you are totally in control of the shape and length of your curves. In the next sequence, I'll show you how to distinguish between smooth and corner points. There's a link to the next tutorial and the previous tutorials in this sequence on paths and points in the Show More area below this movie. Thanks for watching.